Have you ever asked yourself this question? Do I really have to be on social media to effectively sell my business, to land consulting clients or coaching clients? Because when it's crazy that you don't even control the outcome, because you can post, you can create content, but you don't know if the algorithm will serve for sure, for certain, your content to the right people. And the only thing that you can do honestly about it is to post more and just to be consistent. And maybe you will resonate with leveraging other people's audiences, speaking on stages, networking, attending the events, and meeting people in person and creating collaboration opportunities. If it is you, you might embody Lilith Marketer Archetype. Listen, if you're new to Marketer Archetypes, a few weeks ago, I started introducing Marketer Archetype Framework Sell the Way You Love. I utilize my 12 years of experience as a clinical psychologist, as well as my experience in coaching and mentoring other entrepreneurs, other coaches, and other leaders. So I come up with 5 different personality traits, 5 different marketer archetypes. So today I would like to talk to you about Lilith Marketer Archetype. So what is a Lilith Marketer Archetype? Lilith is a shadow marketer. Lilith is a great at collaborating with other people, rebellious, really strong messaging, really bold vision. But Lilith really despises this unauthentic and fake social media game that you have to post and you have to engage and you have to constantly chase social media algorithms to get any kind of result. What Lilith wants to do the work. Lilith wants to put herself out there. And by the way, I use her pronoun, but it is really non-gender specific. So Lilith wants to put the work out there and attract clients and actually do the work without playing games, without appeasing anybody, and just be true, authentic self. That's Lilith. Let's talk about the superpower of Lilith. The superpower of Lilith is that Lilith can really leverage selling from stage, creating opportunities, and collaboration. This is a superpower. And by the way, if you are thinking about how do I sell without social media, I encourage you to stay till the end, and I will name a few actionable moves that you can implement right now in your business if you don't want to solely depend on social media platforms. So, but Lilith is really good at that. Lilith does not depend on social media as much. This is the superpower. The downside of Lilith Marketer Archetype is that Lilith sometimes ends up in the wrong room or connects with wrong people. And listen, it's not Lilith's fault, because sometimes people have certain reputation on social media, but then when you deal with them in person, it may not end up at the same level or what you expect. It just happens. Also, another downside for Lilith is that at some point, you will exhaust your network, because in order to bring more clients, if you use collaboration, if you use other people's stages, if you use other people, like building your email list based on other people's email list, at some point you will exhaust your network and you need new people. So for that, let's talk about what Lilith can do right now and what you can do right now. First of all, I encourage you to take a Marketer Archetype assessment. This is free assessment. This is in the description note. And also, I encourage you to send me a DM if it resonates with you. Even if it doesn't resonate with you, like what do you think about the assessment? And more importantly, I would like you to share with me what struggles you are experiencing right now in your messaging and in your marketing. And also, I'm super curious if you struggle with creating opportunities with your marketing, so more people coming in, more leads, or are you struggling with converting those leads and closing those opportunities? So send me a DM. Let's continue this conversation. So the first thing that Lilith can do is actually build her own platform. Why it is important? First of all, you might be surprised how many people will resonate with your personality and will resonate with your messaging because you are unconventional, because you are bold, because you are different. And this is what we need right now because, listen, every social media is a business. And right now we have so many people that copy each other and everybody sounds fucking the same. You're different. And because you are different, people will resonate with you, and you will be surprised how many people will buy from you just of social media, of DMs. This is where you can expand your zone of genius. And also, you will create new opportunities for networking and growing your network and leveraging other people's stages. Because listen, if you're working with opportunities that is a little bit more colder audience, then it's a little bit harder to connect and they will look at your presentation. Listen, I work with one of my clients, and one of my clients embodies a part of Lilith Marketer Archetype so well. Here's how. My client does not like social media. And it's not like my client does not like social media. It's just not something that comes to them naturally. Yes, they're on LinkedIn. Yes, they do live streams. Yes, they do posting. But this is not where a lot of sales happen. My client leverages the social media to land speaking engagement. For example, my client landed a conference speaking engagement where the conference actually recorded his promotional materials and allow my client to sell from stage and allow my clients to, and from that conference, my client was able to land multiple partnerships, multiple consulting opportunities, and clients. And this is very typical for my client. Collaboration, working together, and majority of the time, my client working behind the scenes, but also leverages LinkedIn to create those opportunities because a lot of new opportunities came from LinkedIn specifically, came from social media. And listen, it's not about this podcast episode is not about LinkedIn or Instagram or social media is better, but the fact is that my client leveraged social media to create new opportunities. And when we were working together, what we were focusing on, first of all, is selling from stage, because normally, if you aren't embody this Lilith Marketer Archetype, you need to know how to structure your presentation so you can sell from stage. And selling from stage can mean people connect with you, people start sales conversation, and people want to work with you. So you create that path forward so people can connect with you. Sometimes it is just as easy as putting your code out there and people just can buy as you're speaking on stage, or people can book an appointment with you and have sales conversation with you. This is number one, what we focus on. Also, we focused on converting clients on the sales call, because this is another thing for Lilith Marketer Archetype, is actually converting people on the sales call. So we were doing a lot of role plays, and we were doing a lot of pre-qualification too, because one of the downsides appearing on other people's stages, you have no control who will book an appointment with you. You have no control what audience is going to see you, right? But what you have control over. You have control over who can actually appear on your sales calls and who is actually talking to you. So you're not wasting your time on people who are not qualified to work with you, who can't afford your services, and who is not going to be a good client anyway. So this is what we did with my clients. So how mentorship is essential for Lilith, and when it comes to leaning into support, what is important to consider? Number one is that a lot of the time Lilith is seeking for coaching because Lilith is seeking for a magic solution, magic formula, how to, I don't know, like go 9 lives per month, 9 times a month in front of my audience and sell from my live streams, or how to hack social media algorithm so I can do it less, or I can do just one thing and land clients. The truth is that there's no hack. When you're working with your support, when you're working with your coach, it is essential to work on your messaging, to work with an advisor who will allow you to have the space to process your strong emotions, to process your frustration, and also like not get stuck with your frustrations, because you don't post or you don't do enough marketing because it feels hella frustrating. And also, we all go through life, and life is life. And listen, 2024 last year, 2024 was a lot, and a lot of people were going through a lot of emotions, through a lot of life situations. And this is why it is important to have your support system that will allow you to space to actually process it. And that comes with therapist, and it comes like, and I deeply believe that your coach and your mentor should be a person who understands human psychology, who understands how trauma works, how our emotions work, because we work with humans. Yes, we work on strategies, we work on messaging, we work on sales, but you can't sell from unhealed place, because this is what I say. If you want to build your business, you gotta heal. If you want to build your business, you gotta, first of all, you gotta come back to yourself. And yes, it happens through therapy, but also it happens through coaching, because when your mentor, when your advisor can see that and say, hey, you're not creating from a healthy place right now. Right now, you're creating from the place of hurt and from the place of trauma. How you can turn it around so you can create from your superpower, from your God-given gifts, versus escaping the trauma, versus the place of hurt, versus the rebellion. Because, like, listen, you can create from the place of anger and frustration, and it can be profitable, but it's not sustainable. It's a combination of both, baby. It's a combination of building from a healthy and joyous place, but also fueling some of your messaging, some of your delivery through righteous anger and righteous frustration. But you can't just build out of frustration all the time, because you will burn yourself out. So my invitation to you, start a conversation with me today. I would like to hear from you how this episode resonates with you. I'm curious what struggles you have with social media and with your messaging. I'm curious, as like, especially if you embody a lot of Lilith archetype, I'm curious, is it more about creating opportunities or closing them? Or maybe it is finding the peer at the same level or the level slightly above, so you can leverage networking opportunities. I would like to hear from you. All right, next week I'm talking about the next marketer archetype, and the next marketer archetype is Whisperer, and we're going to talk about all about selling in the DMs. Kind of similar to Lilith, but a little bit different. So stay tuned. Bye, y'all.